Alright, today we're doing a hydro install on a customer car. Miata, of course. Also the steering wheel. Nice little Momo. Little Momies. And yeah, so he wanted me to install ASD hydro. We're debating on which side, passenger or driver side. I have mine in my car on the driver's side. I really only use it for staging because I drag race, but it's in a really good spot. Like, it really doesn't affect anything. It doesn't hit the turn signal. It doesn't hit the wiper rather. It doesn't even come close to the steering wheel. It's nice because it's straight back. You don't have to reach over. It doesn't hit your leg at all. It's nowhere near. But yeah, so this is what we got going on. I make this bracket here. I drill a couple holes in the trans tunnel. I use stainless plate because it's really, it's not flimsy. And this will last. This will not bend or anything. I've had mine in my car for a long time. But yeah, so that's his hydro location. It has full travel with nothing hitting. E-brake clears, and I tested the cylinder in. Basically all I have to do now is I just notch. There's going to be a little notch made right here for the bolt. And yeah, otherwise it's pretty much done. And then I'm just going to run the wire. So the way I run the lines is I actually drill 2 holes down underneath the e-brake handle, and I put like a rubber grommet, and I run the lines. I run them over the transmission with a band clamp, like a pipe ring clamp. I hold it really well, like right up against the top, and then I go down and I do 2 unions right in line, because this is not a dual caliper setup, it's just a T-in line setup, and it works great. The other way I do it is I cut the line coming from the front. I go into this master. I come out of the master, or the master for the hydro. I come out and I run a full line all the way back to the junction block on the subframe. It saves you a union. I mean, it only really saves you like $4, but realistically, if you're using copper line, you'll spend more money on line. But I buy a full spool at a time, so it's not a huge deal. But yeah, I see a lot of people asking questions on mounting hydros and Miatas, because I mean, there's really not a lot of space. And if you want to keep your stock look, you know, your center console, you know, you could remove the center console and do a carpet cover, you know, the carpet consoles like people do, and the shorty stub, and then just mount it right here, you know, like diagonally. But I just don't like the, I don't drift, so I guess I can't really say, but I think it's weird to like reach, you know, fully stretch out your arm, and even like if you're a short guy and you're gonna have to lean for it, or I don't know. This is just more natural. Your hands on the steering wheel. You're driving, and then you can literally just barely moving your hand when you're on the hydro, and then you're right down to the shifter. It's just all right in here. So yeah, just one more look at it, so you guys don't have to rewind the video. It's pretty simple. I mean, it's literally just like a 3x2, or probably like a 4x3 plate. It's 1/8 inch thick. You know, I drill 3 holes for the tunnel. You know, you have the 2 holes for the hydro, and it's pretty straightforward. I mean, the longest part is just, I like to trim this and get it, you know, perfect. You know, I trim this down a little bit so that I can get the bracket over onto the trans tunnel more, so I have more, you know, it's not on the curve of where the trans tunnel goes down. I have a nice flat surface. So I usually just, you know, I take the bench grinder and file this down a little bit, take the rubber off, file down the metal about maybe 1/4 inch, and it's perfect. And then I just cut this to match the curve, and we're golden. All right, he's gonna be doing some skids this weekend.